President Biden allows China to infiltrate America's energy sector, and a number of US Democrats are outed as foreign spies. Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. President Biden is doing things. It's still weird to say president. We need to get used to this new situation, but it is what it is. Within hours of him taking office and following his inauguration, Joe Biden decided to make big changes. Changes that initially President Trump introduced to protect America's interests and ensure that national security is the main focus. One big change is quite concerning, and that is, according to the National Pulse, Joe Biden lifting the ban that Trump introduced to making sure that the US power grid and the energy sector is protected from foreign threats. So areas and firms that are linked to global threats, specifically a CCP, and Joe Biden has decided to lift that ban in the name of the green crap agenda. Now, this is actually quite interesting because I don't think they know, unless they know what they're doing. Otherwise, the consequences for the West itself, for all sides, left-wing, right-wing, Republican, Democrat, is going to be absolutely chaotic if you randomly invite your global international threats to just, get in there. Just like what the European Union did with China recently, inviting them to enter the European markets, with no consequences. Now, we're looking at this situation where, as we said, Biden has now revoked this Trump-era executive order that sought to keep foreign countries and companies out of America's bulk power systems, principally entities associated with the Chinese Communist Party, as part of his executive order on protecting public health and the environment and restoring science to tackle the climate crisis. So, as I said, this is bureaucrats and politicians creating the green crap agenda, having the big corporations, major international corporations involved, ordinary people are left behind, smaller businesses left behind, America, the West, our values left behind, and they wonder why things are getting worse and worse. This is the executive order that was introduced on the 20th of January, a few days ago. As we said, protecting public health and the environment. This has massive consequences, and I don't understand the rush. So on the first day, the first couple of days, the presidents come in and introduce a number of executive orders, things that are urgent, things that are risking, could risk the national security. This guy thought the best thing to do is to sign executive orders to allow foreign firms that are linked to CCP to come in. We're going to talk about why this is not a big surprise, because the US Democrats and some of Joe Biden's friends have been linked to CCP. And then we have the evidence itself, because that's already been proven. But the problem that there is for the new government goes beyond this, because this ban, as we said, was specifically there to ban, replace, and set new criteria on bulk power systems, or BPS, electric equipment coming from a foreign country or national that poses a national security threat. This was supposed to be there to protect America's interests and ordinary people in America. Clearly, Joe Biden doesn't think that's a priority because now, according to this new executive order, the fate of this and America's BPS now rests in the hands of Biden's Secretary of Energy, who's also the director of the Office of Management and Office. Now, it will be up to this guy to actually decide what we're going to do with it in terms of replacing it or just having a ban or not having a ban. The problem is that this same person, Biden's head of the Office of Management and Office, formerly served as the president of the Center for American Progress, an establishment think tank that has taken trips to China and authored reports alongside the Chinese Communist Party-backed influence operation. I mean, again, let's just say it's a coincidence. Let's just say it's just a random link. But we do have more evidence when it comes to the dodgy links that exist between the Democrats and China. So we have a list of a number of people. I'm just going to give you a few of them. Magic Nawaz has been tweeting this, and a number of others as well. For example, one person, Senator Dianne Feinstein, who's staffer for 20 years, was actually outed as a Chinese spy. I mean, okay, her husband invested in the Binion, the software that actually did the counting as well. Coincidence, right? That's fine. Let's go to the next one. All right, Eric Swalwell, another Democrat representative from the Democrat side, was caught in a relationship with a Chinese spy. Again, let's just say it wasn't Eric's fault. He didn't know, that some people could be spies. Coincidence. Next. Joe Biden's inaugural committee will refund the donation from former Senator Barbara Boxer after the California Democrat registered as a foreign agent and spy for a Chinese surveillance firm. Registered as a foreign agent. Okay, coincidence? It's okay. Let's go to the next one. We all know this one. This came out a couple of weeks ago. One of the big Democratic donors and Biden supporters, Gang Chen, was actually arrested for illegally selling secrets to China. Coincidence? I mean, we all have accidentally sold secrets to China. It happens. I, got drunk last Friday and, I just randomly called President Xi and said, do you want my PayPal password? What is happening here? This is actually quite, it's dangerous. It's hilariously dangerous that, the mainstream media in America aren't focused on this. All these celebrities, all these Californians, all these weirdos are just like, so happy that a white old male human has now become president, considering this is the same categories that these people don't like. Old, white, male, and rich. And establishment. It's proper establishment. But clearly they're backing him. But let's go to this last one. Number 10. Joe Biden's personal chief served at Chinese intelligence organization flagged by the FBI for recruiting Western spies. Wow. I mean, if it weren't for Imagine was tweeting these and the National Pulse and Raheem Kassam digging through all these information, we wouldn't have known because the CNN won't talk about this. I mean, in this country, in the UK, the BBC or Sky won't talk about it. It's not really a concern that, the most powerful man in the world, president of the US, could be compromised. No, everything's fine. There are some people who are already kicking off. A couple of rogue Republicans have come out to start impeachment process against Joe Biden already. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, Congresswoman, has introduced the articles of impeachment against Biden. This is now obviously, it probably won't get anywhere. And again, this is the whole thing. Just because something is dodgy doesn't mean you're going to win. Same thing will happen in November. I kept talking about it on the channel. A number of people kept leaving comments saying that, oh no, 20th of January, Trump will be president. Just because, just because, let's just say, the whole thing was obviously dodgy, we know that, and it should have been Trump, for example. Doesn't mean that something, just because it's right or wrong, the outcome is going to happen. If the establishment, for example, were so clever to do something as bad as that, then they will also be clever enough to keep Trump out. Same thing with this. The issue is, we know that there's a list of reasons, detailed reasons, why Biden and his family could be compromised. Bribery, we have examples, influence. We have his family, certain members of his family being quite involved with Ukraine and other places, China. Again, unless you have proper evidence, like real good solid evidence, and the establishment, and whatever you want to call it, and the state not being completely against you, because if these people want to cover up, they can cover up. Same thing with what the CCP did. But again, it goes back to at least you have to try and expose these people. If something's dodgy, always call it out, regardless of being left wing or right wing. Doesn't really matter at this point. This is my message to people like Ursula von der Leyen, the head of the president, the unelected president of the European Union, who is very happy and excited that Biden is now president because they now have a new friend in the White House. They also have, really good friends in Beijing. We already know that. But again, I don't understand. Surely Ursula von der Leyen, unless she has dodgy direct links to certain places, what is she thinking? What are these people thinking in Brussels? Do they really think this is a good idea? Do they really think inviting your enemies to your continent is a good idea? So this is either complacency on a whole new level, or there's something dodgy. Again, I'm not going to make accusations unless I have evidence, but this is just not looking good so far for Europe Western Europe especially, and America as well. But yeah, I will keep you guys posted. Tonight we will be doing a live stream at 6:30, straight after this video, 6:30 p.m. live stream. So if you're watching this beforehand, I will see you guys then. Don't forget to become a member. You get a lot of perks and benefits, including weekly video calls on Wednesdays with me, discounted merchandise, weekly Q&As and other things as well. I am finally introducing the messaging board, Discord, for those of you who know what Discord is. For others who don't know, it's basically going to be like our community. I know we have our, the comment section under the videos, but it's quite difficult for me to keep up. Obviously, there's so many comments, I hardly manage to reply to most of them. But Discord, we're going to have a situation where we have a channel for the subscribers, everyone, all of you who've been watching and supporting the channel. We can discuss things, share ideas, and we're going to have a separate channel for the members, the paid up members of the channel. You guys will have more exclusive access to me as well. I'll give you more details when I actually introduce it in the next day or two. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell and click on all, not personalized, to get the latest videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Tousi, and I'll see you guys in the next video.